It is currently May 5th, 2022. It is the last day before finals, and I've packed up most of my dorm room of my junior year, and I'm feeling some type of way. I don't know if it's just stress because I have a vertebrate physiology final tomorrow that's going to be really hard, or if it's period, or if it's just normal nostalgia end of semester feelings, but we're feeling today, boys. um, it's been a weird year. I got some, bad news about Professor Stanton resigning, and Professor Mavroidis resigning, and Professor McElhaney has cancer. So, and we already lost Jamie last year because she also resigned. So, I can't say I'm thrilled with the state of my program or my university, but I've got one more year. Next year, hopefully, it'll be good. I'll be living with Robert, so that's really exciting. Been waiting almost 6 years for that, so that's pretty cool. Part of me is, it's bittersweet packing up my things here because, I'm ready for summer. It'll be fun, but I actually finally did it. I made some college friends. It took 3 years, but I did it. I mean, I was friends with Alejandra Twist, but she graduated last year, and she's off in Canton, got a job now, so good for her. We talk sometimes, but haven't met up yet. My roommates this year are Annie Hastings. She's pretty cool. She got on my nerves a little bit throughout, just with tiny little things, like not being a little messy, being a little scatterbrained, but all in all, she's a good person. Molly Evans, who I honestly didn't get to know that well because she's kind of had a weird year too, and she was away a lot, but from what I did meet of her, she's very sarcastic and very funny. And of course, Katie Norton. Katie is unironically one of the kindest people I've ever met. I've never met anyone that cares so much about what other people think and just want to make sure that they're okay. And that's a double-edged sword because I know worrying that much about other people can be quite the burden, but it also means a lot because she's always ready to listen. She's always ready to share. We met in a intro-level bio class my freshman year, right before COVID happened. So we didn't really even get to talk that much. I just talked to her because I saw that she was studying Chinese on a Quizlet and was like, hey, I took Chinese. So we started chit-chatting. And throughout the pandemic, she would just periodically send me memes or like ask how I was doing. She'd come to the orchestra concerts. And I really, in a weird way, I feel like she did so much more work than I did to develop the friendship. And I ended up living with her, and it's been great. It was a lot nicer than living alone. It was a hell of a lot nicer than my nasty ass freshman year roommate. But I mean, I don't think any of them will ever hear this unless I send it to them, which I might. But I wanted to say thanks. I finally got a good roommate experience. I finally got some college friends. Hopefully, I get off my ass and actually message them some. But it's been nice because it's been such a weird, like, 2.5 years, and it's gonna be another weird 3 years. But I'm figuring it out. I'm getting there. And it sounds dumb, but the reason I made this video was because I was sitting here in my mostly packed up room. The walls are all empty. There's all the clothes are all put away except for what I'm wearing tomorrow. My plants are in a box, and I heard a train. I love those trains. You hear them in Alliance. They're the loudest here because I'm closest to the railroad tracks than in the other 2 dorm buildings I was in, but I love them in the night. There's something so beautiful and haunting. It's like a giant creature off in the distance. A lot of people say they hate them, and I'm sure if I lived a little closer to them and they like shook my house, I'd hate them. But they're distant enough here that I've really grown to like them, and I'm gonna miss them. Just like I'm gonna miss this room, and I'm gonna miss Katie. And Chris. And Spiro. and Jamie. But, I mean, it's not like they're dead. It's just another chapter. Time to turn the page, I guess.